And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Froggy and Navy 007. I am Froggy, your host. Welcome to my creative build in Space Engineers. I want to give a big shout out before I actually start building this to Epidemic Sounds for the music you're hearing in the background right now. They are currently let me use some of their music. I hope you enjoy some of it. Today we're doing a little space music. It kind of goes with my theme. I'm going for. I'll turn the music down a little bit here, so it's not so loud. First thing I am before I go to the the actual main game itself and start into my creative build, which I already started out with. You kind of have a grasp or an idea of what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to give a big shout out to quite a few people that are going to be have provided things that are a big help for me pushing forward with the series I plan on starting soon. First off, I'll open it up to my main screen here. And you're looking at the workshop page for the ship that I'm going to be building. Actually, I'm going to be building the ship, but I'm going to be modifying the hull of the ship. I'll explain more once we actually start building. So what you're looking at is the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701, the F class. This is a Yorktown class starship. This was featured in Star Trek Online. The guys that have been working on this is T7 CMF and HD Legit. I have quite a few of their ships. They're really cool looking. They're as close as you can get in SE to a Star Trek vessel. Now, the thing about Yorktown, it is two separate crafts. This Enterprise, the F class, the F series, actually comes with a support shuttle, which is this one here. Oops. We go back to my blueprints here. If I can find it. Probably up ahead. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of blueprints from, here we go, USS Aquarius. This is a nice little shuttle, a nice little support craft. I will show you the video for it real quick. We can get it to play. Oh, this is a 3D model. Ooh, this is new. There you go. And there's the ship itself. There's a 3D model of the ship. All right. Looks pretty neat, right? This is what the really nice part about it. These outer nacelles, they're attached by hinges, but they fold inwards and attach to the hull of the craft. What's really nice about this, and here's the video for it. There's the Enterprise. Tucked in the rear end of the ship, which I'm hoping they will get to here shortly. Let me turn my music down a little bit. There we go. All right, it's not good. All right, so like I say, these nacelles on the outside of the craft fold in, and in this picture here, but she fits right in the back of the Enterprise. It gives you a nice little shuttle. From the interior of it, both of these ships, I'm going to build the blueprints for them, but there's going to be some slight modifications to both the ships. And the main thing I wanted to do in this is give a shout out to these guys. So that, one, if they're watching, they know that I'm going to be borrowing their designs and some of the changes I'm going to make with them. Not that I don't think their designs are cool. I love the way the designs. I just looking for a specific look for my ships. I found a few particular mods that are going to help me out with, making some of that come to light. So with some of the mods I'm going to be using, all these sneaky sounds and stuff like that, I won't be using them actually in this world. But let me pull up my mod list real quick. And we'll go to the end because it's towards the end. I've got quite a few pages of mods here, so it's going to take me a minute to get where I need to go. All right, this mod pack right here. You will need the weapon core for it in order for the actual weapons themselves to work or function properly. So if you're going to use this mod in your particular builds, make sure that you install the particular weapon core that it's associated with. That way the weapons function like they're supposed to. So I'm sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing your name. Kawarian. This guy, he's been constantly updating this mod. He's had some a lot of the stuff in the mod is what I've been looking for in types of blocks for creating these kind of ships. As you can see, there's the original NC-1701, the very first Enterprise. This is the movie version, I believe, or the television version that he has built here. Can't really tell with the back of the nacelles. But there's a lot of blocks and stuff in it. I will go into more details of the types of blocks and what the blocks look like once we go into. But this is one of the biggest mods I'll be using. There are going to be other few mods I will add in, but I will list those and talk about those actually when the video comes out, because I haven't really had a specific mod list set yet, but this is definitely going to be one of those biggest mods that I'm going to put in there, along with the weapon core mod as well. All right, so let's get in and take a look at the ship itself. As you can see, I've already started the building the mod. I am using a temporary station right now to build the blueprint, so I have something to build the blueprint off of, and I will, which will it'll allow me to rename the ship. I'm going to go with the original name that was created for it, but I'm going to make a slight variant to it, to that the way that it's unique for me, and I will not be posting it on the workshop so that I'm not violating any of the guys' rules or trying to say, hey, I created this ship. No, I really didn't create the ship. I just kind of revamped it for my use in my series. So let me pull up my G menu here. The Star Trek mod pack comes with two separate categories you can work from. You have the Star Trek stuff. This is where you'll find your batteries. They've got some Borg stuff in here as well. They got Borg skin paneling. You can find your seats in there. your helm seats. He's got the several different variety of seats. This is just a decoration thing. I really don't use it all that much. I like trying to create the ends of the nacelles myself. Comes with the letter packs of varying sizes. Comes with the different internal passages, and there's a lot with them. It also comes with the turbo elevators. You have your deflector dishes of varying sizes, different weapons. They even have supports you can add to the ship of different classes. The Galaxy class, the Sovereign class, Prometheus. This is a Klingon Warbird. These little guys are like shuttles, support shuttles. You got your Defiant class starship, the Independent class star vessel, and different types. Then you've got force fields. This is brand new. This has just been added. So on your hangars that you make, you can put a force field up. And I'm not sure if it's going to be airtight. Yep, it says it right there in the description. This is force field block, helping keep the air in and space out. So adding it to the other side of your actual hangar doors or your airlock for your hangar bay will keep it airtight. Hollow screens, these are a different way to make a little projector screen where you can for camera use. Some impulse engines. These are new ones that he just put in. Then we got impulse thrusters. These ones here I use quite a bit. These are actually your production blocks, your matter extractor. As you can see in the components on it, you can build this right away using standard components. The rest of the stuff, your matter converter and your replicator, all require uranium grids, transparent aluminum plate, and terinium plates. Now, these are ores that have also been added into the game. So, but the problem with it is you cannot find these ores on planet. You can only find the ores out in space. So a lot of the Star Trek stuff requires some of the basic materials. Will just require basic materials, but a lot of it will require the terinium, the aluminum, and the duridium in order to build it, which you will be able to find out in space as well. There is another one out there. So here is your iOS liner processor. These are your programming blocks, the Star Trek version. Here's a long-range sensor array, a way to name the ship, some different types of weapon systems. There's your phaser arrays. And he has some of this stuff in two different sizes, both large and small grid. Here's some more thrusters. There are more thruster types he's added in. There's a plasma weapon from Romulan. The self-destruct module. It's self-explanatory. Cause it to self-destruct. Here's some torpedo launchers. As you can see, there are two different variants of it. You have your advanced and your standard torpedo launchers. There's your Borg one. Tractor beam. And he's just added the titanium terinium hangar doors, which are pretty cool. He's got a camera in here, cargo block. He's only got the one size for now, but it carries a lot. It carries up to 10 million liters for capacity. Gravity generators, gyroscopes. He's even gotten a terinium projector and a remote control block. He's got some terinium vents. Varying ones. You may have recognized these in a different mod that has the a full block versus a half block vent, and an angled vent. Then you have the main warp cores, the three different components that make it up. The bottom top portion the middle section, and then the connectors in between. These come in 2 different sizes. The class 1 are your 1x1, 1x2 blocks. And then you have your type 3s. I'll show you this one real quick. All right, so this is your class 1 warp core, your standard 1x1x1. Then you have your class 3. This is your 3x3x3. So this this one is best used in if you're building a massive station. Each component of the warp cores creates 10. Let me make sure that I'm doing it right. So each component of the warp core creates 10 gigawatts of power. So if you completely build, all right, let's do a demonstration here. And just go back to my tools. We'll go to a blank hotbar here. We'll go back to our Star Trek stuff. Go to the warp cores. Add in all 3 components. All right. So 1. We'll go back to the class 1. 3. 2. 3. 1. So that's 5 components together right there. Each one of these creates 10 gigawatts of power, or 10 gigawatts of power. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 50 gigawatts of power right there. And that's the full size core. Now, the ship I'm going to be building, I'm going to attempt to put a warp core in it, but it may not be this size because it's going to be way too big for any ships. If you want full, like the full all 5 components or all 3 different components in there, I highly recommend using it for like a station or something, like a large station or something like that. The main reason I want to use the warp cores for the main power for this is because phaser arrays pull a lot of power. So it kind of demands either a lot of large reactors or a crap ton of small reactors, or some azimuth reactors for that matter, the remastered versions. But he inputted this one, and it gives you enough power to use your thrusters and power your weapon systems. So I think that was relatively cool. Go ahead and delete this real quick. All right, so some of the other blocks in here that you'll find, once you get past the weapon core stuff, the duranium converter, this here is nice, one convenient little thing. So your warp cores use a special fuel. The special fuel can be converted from ice. You can use ice to convert it into 2 different fuels. Let me put one in my hotbar here, and I'll place it down on my station here, and I'll show you. Go into the production portion of this. We'll go to our production window. Uranium converter. All right, so here are the 2 different types of fuels that are used. And it shows you what it is converted from. Each one of these it converts your ice into this core, or this containment unit, and these containment units are used in the reactors for fuel. That's the downside to the warp cores, is that you have to accumulate quite a bit of this fuel first before you can actually physically run them. But they do put out a lot of power, so you may not chew through them so fast. So let's see some of the other stuff he's got in here. Yeah, but yeah, once you get past your converters and stuff in here, you get into the small grid stuff. He's got your shuttle helms, doors for the shuttles, docking thrusters. He's got the impulse thrusters for the small grid as well. Phaser cannons, phaser arrays for the small grid. Phaser beams, torpedo launchers or torpedo tubes, and some of the Borgs and some Borg stuff in small grid as well. Once you've gone through there, figured out where you want to, what you want to play with, either big grid or small grid, now you've got to develop the skin for it, which is what I'm going to be doing to the exterior of the Enterprise, the F class, the F series. So we scroll back down. Right underneath the other category you get is Terrenium armor. All right. Just like with your basic block building, you have these two different types of blocks. You have your heavy armor and your light armor. So all the red stuff you see here, these are glowing armor blocks. They literally glow. I'll show you. And we'll do this color right here. That is a glowing block. I turn my lights off. See how it's got a bit of a glow to it. Oh, I forgot that the mirroring is on. It's got a bit of a glow to it, and you could see already if you're thinking like myself and you're thinking of Star Trek itself, you can see where these could come into play. Now the other blocks, the ones I'm going to be using, are your heavy armor blocks, which is your Terrenium armor. Now they don't have any specific color to them. They don't glow or anything special like that. They're paintable. You can use all the skins and everything that comes with the SE's DLCs. It'll accept all of them, all the variants and stuff like that to it. And if you look in the right-hand side of my screen, you'll see the makeup of it. Just like a basic heavy armor block, it takes it'll take Terrenium plates and Duranium grids. Here we go. We'll fly over here real quick to this asteroid because I believe it's got something that that I can show you. And then we'll teleport back over to the station. Get rid of my paint tool. We'll bring in my elite drill. And we'll go over to this little block component right here. All right, so this is, like I said, this mod pack comes with these ores that are set into outer space. This is the Duranium. You have aluminum. You have Terrenium. There's some more Duranium. Little bit scatters all over the place there. And I think this is just all Duranium on here. Terrenium is green in color, or like a dark bright green. It'd be hard to show you because I'd have to physically go find it. Let me use my tools. We're gonna teleport back over here. Now I just gotta find out where it is. There it is. All right, as you can see, like I said earlier, I'm going to um, so I'm going to be using the Terranium armor to armor the outside portion of the ship, which is going to be make things a little difficult. Well, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to build the front portion of the ship, the exterior, and then I'm going to go inside with regular armor blocks. I may just go ahead and use the a build and repair system to build the interior of the ship. That way, I get all the blocks built on the inside. I'm not missing anything. I may. I don't know if I want to build these thrusters or not. But I'll go ahead and include them and build those as well. Because I'm going to be putting the impulse thrusters and everything on here as well. So as you can see, I'm changing this color scheme of the ship a little bit, the skin of the ship a little bit, but I'm building the exterior out of the Terranium armor. I'm going to be using this as a support ship that is going to take me to my first destination in the Lone Engineer series that I'm going to be recording here. Now that I've found me a hopefully reliable editing system, I'm going to start doing my recordings, and you can find the recordings for this will be posted on my YouTube channel at Frogman007. And let me go ahead and post that link up in the descriptions once I can find it. All right, so I'm not gonna bother. I'll once I at the end of the stream, I'll post it up in the chat. And then we'll be posting this video later on over on my YouTube channel as well. So you can already tell right off the bat that with I'm going block by block, piece by piece. I'm mirroring everything he's built in light armor. I'm changing it over to heavy armor with the Star Trek mod pack stuff. So having to go through and place every block down the exact same way he's got it placed on the exterior of the ship only. That way that I'm not going to make the ship extremely too heavy. So this ship is going to remain out in space, and the support craft for this, or the little shuttle that I'm going to be building, will be used for hopefully dropping into the planet's surface. And some nice relaxing music in the background. And of course, I've got mirroring turned on to that way I don't have to repeat all my work again over on the other side. course, there are going to be a lot of the blocks that are going to show up on the ship that are not actually in the mod pack. So I just go with the standard Keen stuff for it. Not a big deal. It may add some lose some hull integrity to it because it's a weaker block, but I'm not worried about integrity on it as of right now, mainly because this ship will not actually be being flown into combat. This is the save that I'm using. It's called the my prop save. This is where I build. I have been building all of the props and ships and stations that I will be using in the Lone Engineer series. My paint scheme again. That black goes there. There it is. All right, now we're going to do the underside of this thing. well, let's go change the music here real quick. Looks like my music has stopped. Let's go check it out. Go see if we can find ourselves another soundtrack to play from. Let's go with the best of 2021.
Finally don't get no fuss, finally be riding on my way. Finally woke up with some luck in the buck. I don't give a what someone say. Finally got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a while. Haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one. Since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame blur out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. Trying to find your way. Let's see you smiling. Since we were stuck in LA, babe, come jump the rooftop and come watch the skyline with me.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and continue this another time. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open right now. I had a long day. I had to go into work today. We had a special event going on. And all hands were required to be there. Those of you who are joining my stream or watching my stream for the first time don't know, I'm an active service member in the United States military. I will not talk too much about it. If you have any questions about my job, I have to be mindful of what and how much I talk about it. And so I'll say this much. I am a diesel technician for the Navy. I work on the big diesel engines on the ships and on the small crafts that I'm on to keep them up and running and to get them underway. Then again, I do appreciate you stopping in and enjoying my stream. I hope you enjoyed some of the music you heard. I know it's the first time I've actually used the Epidemic sounds for some music in the background, so we have something going on, because I figured that I wasn't going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm going to be focusing more on my actual building of the ship. I will build some more of the ship off stream and get started on the second ship. Once I have them fully completed, I will, we'll do another stream where we take a look at some of the stuff that I've built for the upcoming series of the Lone Space Engineer. Again, I thank you for joining me today, and I hope you all come back. You all come back now, you hear?